Welcome to Hub City Now with your host, Tyrone Tony Reed.
Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. And today we have with us Lamont Ingram, who is a man of many talents, a man who is working hard in the community to help men and women and boys and girls. And he's done so much. I met him a couple of years ago while writing a story, and I wanted him to be on the show today because he's doing so much in the community. And I'm going to let him introduce himself, tell us a little bit about himself and what he does and who he is.
How you doing today, Mr. Tony?
All right.
Thank you for having me here. Welcome out there, radio world. My name is Lamont Ingram. I'm 37 years old. I'm born and raised in Jackson, Tennessee. Graduated from Jackson Central Mary in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
Long-time boxer. I started when I was 14 years old in 1995.
What made you get into it?
Boxing?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was bullied.
Okay.
I was severely bullied when I was in the 6th grade,
Mm-hmm.
7th grade, 8th grade, and the 9th grade. I used to get my head ran into the wall. When I tried to play football, I used to get beat up down there a lot. One time, my mom, I was coming out of TR White, me and my brother, Daryl Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
We was coming out of TR White, and my mom said she saw a crowd of people. And she said, lo and behold,
She saw you.
she saw me. And she said I was swinging all wild, falling down. The boy would just hit me.
Right.
She said it was after that point that she put me in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you boxing changed my life from that point forward, it's never been the same.
Right.
Boxing changed. It taught me determination,
Mm-hmm.
dedication.
Mm-hmm.
It taught me how never to give up.
Right.
It taught me some things that cannot be taught in school.
Right.
It taught me some things that cannot be taught at home
Mm-hmm.
because it's a one-man sport.
Right.
And it teaches you how to push through no matter what happens. I mean, I don't see failure.
Right.
I can see failure and still see success in it.
That's right. Yeah.
I thank God for my coach, Rayford Collins Sr. No, Rayford Collins, rest in peace. That man was like a father to me. He was tough,
Mm-hmm.
but I miss him because he instilled into me some things that, my own mom and dad didn't instill into me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a vital part of my life. But, God has taken me a new direction.
Right. Did you ever think about going professional?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I actually turned professional in 2004.
Okay.
I signed with Brian Young
Mm-hmm.
with Prize Fight Promotions. I had 2 fights with him. Won both of those fights by knockout. I ended up going with Floyd Mayweather and Roger Mayweather.
Okay.
I went out there with Tony Bandy and also Johnny Bandy. We went to Vegas, and when I tell you the story of how I went to Vegas, I went out there on just a plane ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I had no money in my pocket. And they said Roger Mayweather wanted to meet me, and I'm like, who am I?
Right.
I'm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Mayweather was sitting on the couch at Top Rank Gym. He saw me. He said, man, I'm going to make him a world champion. I'm going to make him a world champion. I'm like, huh? He said, be here tomorrow, and you be ready to train.
Right.
So I came the next day. I had my workout gear, and I'm training. I'm sparring with Cornelius Locke, who was like a continental world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked him down 2 or 3 times. Roger was like, yes, we can do this. I got depressed, and I came back home because I didn't have any money out there. I was only surviving off of, watch this.
Right.
I was eating KFC chicken once every 2 days.
Wow.
And I had a air mattress that I was sleeping on while I was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard. I still trained.
Right.
I didn't complain, though.
Right.
But I felt that if I didn't have the funds to be out there, I needed to come home until I got the chance to go back.
Right.
So I came home. It was 6 months exactly later that Roger Mayweather called my mom and dad's house. I still remember the number. I'm not going to say it on here, but I still remember the number that he called.
Right.
He said, is this Lamont Ingram? I said, yes, sir. He said, what happened? I said, Roger, to be honest with you, I didn't have the money to pay or do nothing out there. He said, Lamont, you was good enough to be world champion. Why did you leave? I said, well, that's my reason. He said, if you could find somebody that could support you out here, I'll take care of you.
Right.
I said, well, I think I know somebody. And bear in mind, I had not talked to Mr. Joel McAlexander, but probably once or twice about my boxing career, because I had a free membership at Goes and stuff like that.
Right.
When I tell you, Mr. Reed, I called Mr. Joel and I said, Mr. Joel, this is Lamont Ingram. I said, I just talked to Roger Mayweather, who is Floyd Mayweather's uncle and the trainer of him too.
Right.
He said, if I had somebody that would pay for me to be out there, he would help me. He said, he did. He said, what's his number? I said, here's the number. He said, I'll call you back. 5 minutes later, man, wow. 5 minutes later, I get a call from Roger. Roger said, Lamont, your manager said he going to take care of you. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Wow.
And I'll pick you up at the airport. I said, what? He said, your manager's going to give you $3,000 a month just to train out here.
Wow, that's awesome.
I said, are you serious? He said, yeah. So I called Mr. Joel back and I said, Mr. Joel, what's going on? He said, just come pick the check up and make me proud.
Right.
I said, yes, sir. Got out there to Vegas, man. I stayed in Roger's condo. Me and Damascus Chop Corley were roommates for like a month and a half, 2 months.
Wow.
And when I came back, I used to come home like once or twice every 2 months. And when I came home the first time, Roger said, Lamont, you have a lot of potential. I want you to stay with me. So when I came back to Vegas that second time, I think I came back, I left May 22nd, 2016, 2006, came home in June. In July, I moved in with Roger Mayweather for like 3 months.
Right.
I was so dedicated to the point to where Roger would knock on the door every day and say, Lamont, hey, it's time to go run. He would take me to Mount Charleston every day. And Mount Charleston is like 9,000 feet above sea level, which means, this
you have to
is
breathe
tough.
hard, yeah.
And Damascus Chop Corley, he would go, and I remember beating him a couple of times running up the little steep hill, and I felt good about that.
Right.
But, just being out there, and that's why I tell my boxers sometimes, I know we kind of jumping forward, but I tell my boxers all the time, you got to be able to do it without anybody else watching you.
Right.
And I made it a point in myself to say, why is Roger having to come knock on my door?
I should be up.
I should be already up before he even gets up.
That's
So you know what I did? I started getting up on my own.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to take me to Mount Charleston. I
You're
got my
already there.
tail out there and ran myself.
Right.
So when I came back to the house, his thing would be, he say,
Mm-hmm. He got
I see what you're doing now.
Right.
I said, yes, sir. I feel that if I'm out here, I need to apply myself and do the best I can. I mean, it was like Roger was a father to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I learned so much out there with Floyd and all of them. I mean, that's you know, it goes again. You put something in front of me, I'm going to run through it.
Right.
You know, you can't tell me no because I don't see no.
Right.
I only see yes because I know a yes
Right.
based on my work ethic.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with Lamont Ingram about his journey to what he's doing now, which is Second Chance Boxing Club, Second Chance New Beginning Halfway House, and also his development organization for at-risk children. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm back with Lamont Ingram, who is over the Second Chance Boxing Club, the Second Chance New Beginning Halfway House, and the development organization for at-risk children. He's here telling us about his journey of life, you know, how boxing changed his life, from being bullied to becoming a disciplined boxer. Let me give you some records and accomplishments that Lamont has kindly shared with me. He had an impressive amateur record of 58 wins, 6 to 10 losses, and 35 knockouts. He was a 1995 USA Junior Olympic regional silver medalist. He was a 1998 USA Boxing under 19 national bronze medalist. He was a USA National PAL. What is PAL?
Police Athletic League.
Quarterfinalist from 2001-2003, losing by 1 point both years. He's the only boxer to ever go to 3 nationals in one season. All 3 major tournaments within 12 months. He was the Mid-South Golden Gloves champ 3 times, 1998, 99, and 2000. He was a Golden Gloves national quarterfinalist, 1998, 2000. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on and on. I skip some of these in order for us to have more time but he won the West Tennessee Golden Gloves champion eight times. That's 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. So that was consecutively. Yeah. Wow. He is only the sixth boxer from the Jackson Boxing Club to win a regional tournament at the age of 16. That's amazing. And the Jackson Boxing Club was founded by Rayford Collins in 1965. He has since passed, and there's no longer a Jackson Boxing Club.
Jackson Boxing Club, no sir.
With all that history, how did from training to become a world champion boxer, how did you come from there to all these wins, all these achievements, to say, hey, I want to give back to the community?
Well,
how did that happen?
That's another emotional story there, because I was actually in Vegas at the time. And I remember it was 2007, and I think I had came home for a little break, and I found out that my mom, Shirley Ingram, had started her own company.
Okay.
It was called Shirley's Catering Service. I was like, well, if my mama can do it, I can do it too.
Right.
So, and God had placed it on my heart to start working with children, and I remember it clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting at my apartment, 2770 West Silverado Ranch Boulevard, apartment 204. I remember. God clearly stated, Lamont, work with kids.
Okay.
Go home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, go home.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Lamont, start working with kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I clearly stated no, because
right.
I knew that what he wanted me to do was going to cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I told God, I said, God, I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I said, if you allow me to make a lot of money, I'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
And when I make money, I'll do everything you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think many people even know what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it had nothing to do with boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But I went blind in both eyes. I was blind for 3 months in both eyes, man. And I came home and I lost everything.
Wow.
Went homeless. I was sleeping out of my car. Nobody knew it. But it was at that time that I began to write down everything that God told me to do.
Right.
Everything I wrote down back then is everything that's happening now.
That's amazing. That was your Damascus Road.
Yes, sir. And so that's what did it.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been easy? No. Because if I would have knew what lied ahead like it is now, I would have still said no.
Right, exactly.
And I think that was my reason, because it's been hard for me, not getting donations, doing things on your own. But, again, boxing has been awesome. You know, I forgot to mention Jesse Reed's name, because he still calls me. Hey, Lamont, hey, son, how you doing? He's coming here February, because I haven't seen him since 2007.
Okay.
So he's flying in to help out any way he can as far as training the boxers, talking, doing a clinic.
And for those who are wondering what he's speaking about, there will be Lamont Ingram Development Organization that will present the Second Chance Boxing Club Hub City Fight Night, Saturday, February 24th, 2018, from 4 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. at the Jackson Fairgrounds, and tickets are $10. So that's the event that's coming up in February.
It's gonna be. We're gonna look to have at least 20 fights.
Oh night. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, we got some of our boxers here now. So.
Yeah, we got some of the boxers here, and I like them to come and introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about themselves briefly before we run out of time. Who'd like to go first? Tell us how old you are and what's your name and where you're from.
My name is Cortez Hines. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee, and I'm 12, and I go to West Bemis Middle School, and I'm a boxer for Second Chance Boxing. And
what is that like for you? How has Second Chance Boxing helped you?
It it's fun. It's like it helped me with my grades. My grades got better and stuff, and don't got no problems with nobody anymore at school. I'm mostly friends with everybody now, and I ain't got a problem with nobody. Nobody got a problem with me, and it's pretty much all.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk briefly with the rest of the guests we have in the studio about the boxing club and let you know more about how you can get involved if you're interested. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. We've been speaking with Lamont Ingram, who is over the Second Chance Boxing Club, the Second Chance New Beginnings Halfway House, and the Lamont Ingram Development Organization for At-Risk Children. We've also been talking with some of the people who are part of the club, the boxing club, and we have with us right now, what's your name and who you?
My name is Andrew Pearson.
Okay.
I'm actually from Brownsville, Tennessee.
Okay.
It's not too far down the road.
Mm-hmm.
For me and why I box, I've always been interested in the martial arts and stuff, but boxing in particular. But there couldn't find any good boxing gyms around.
Right.
And also for me, it's sort of I'm pretty skinny. I know you can't see me on the radio, but I'm a pretty skinny guy, and so it's helped me to get stronger because I was feeling a lot of lethargy, not a lot of energy,
Right.
and so as well as teaching me how to box, this gym has been really good about getting me stronger and more self-confidence too.
That's
Actually,
awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Up next we have. Go ahead.
How you doing, Mr. Tony? This is Joseph Cleveland, a.k.a. Explosive Joseph. And, I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I moved up here with my family. And, I'm just glad I started boxing. I actually met Coach back in church several years back. Mm-hmm. He's a great trainer, man, mentor, taught me discipline. Second Chance Boxing Club has become away from home for me as well, to get away from a lot of stress.
Right.
And, I look forward to going forward with the program. I want you guys to come out February 24th to help support. And, join the gym, man. It's a good family. We become family. We train very hard. It's for the hard and dedicated workers.
All right.
And, I'm just short-winded.
Thank you for sharing that. And we have with us now.
My name is James Hughes. I'm from Stanton, Tennessee. I just moved to Jackson about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And since I've been down here, I got in contact with Lamont Ingram to get with the program, do with a movement, put Jackson on the map with this boxing. Like, everybody need to come down here to the gym. Like, he's a great role model to the young ones, even though the older ones too. Like, I'm 26, and he got my mind, straight focused on what I really need to do with my life instead of, throwing it away when I got too much talent. So I advise y'all to come down here and get that work. We here Monday through Fridays, 3:30 to 6 p.m. Come get that work with us.
And also we have.
Come on, Granddad.
My name is Tommy Page. I'm 82 years old, and my great-grandson, Cortez Hines, was the first to speak with you on this radio.
Okay.
And I take him to boxing every day when I pick him up. Now, I take him and get something to eat. Now, that child can eat. But the main thing that impressed me, I've known Lamont Ingram and his family, for around over 40 years. Mm-hmm. And he is just a exceptionally wonderful person to be friends with and to work with. And I see him work out over, and, it brings back memories to me. I, too, am a ex-boxer and
okay.
a whole lot of street fighting. But that's not to be done. In the ring, there are rules, and you do not get mad. You learn discipline in the ring boxing. But my advice to anybody out there that needs help, if you have any children that are giving you problems at home with their temper, send them out to Lamont Ingram's boxing club on Heritage Square here in Jackson, Tennessee. It won't be long. They'll be thinking just like I am. And I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So, Lamont, how do we, if there are people interested in the boxing club, how do they join? What's the age requirement?
If you want to join, 2 to legally box is you got to start at 8 years old, and it goes all the way up.
Okay.
It's $80 a month
Okay.
for the membership.
Okay.
If you want to compete, there's a $75 USA Boxing registration that goes to USA Boxing. It has a $25,000 supplemental insurance that covers you. We train Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6. Like these guys said, we're like family, man. And that's all. I look forward to coming. If I don't see you, like JoJo didn't come one day, and I was sad because I was like, man, I used to him jumping the rope, you know.
Right.
But we are at 23 Heritage Square. That's right behind Humphrey's Chicken and Biscuits.
Okay.
Used to be Miss Winters.
Right.
Bob's Old House of Honda.
Okay.
We got everything set up. We got a new boxing ring in there now. Wow, you know. So, or you can call me 731-736-1109. If you want to contact me, that's my office. 731-736-1109. And you can call, talk to one of my staff, and they will get you in contact with me.
Okay.
Or just stop by,
Okay.
3:30, you know, every day, Monday through Friday. Or you can look me up on Facebook at Lamont Ingram and just add me or send me a message and let me know if you want to join. I do need a physical. If you want to join and start competing, you have to have a physical. I have to have a copy of your birth certificate, or you can join. And don't worry about being put in the ring early. We will learn how to protect ourselves first.
Right. Now, is this just for boys, or is this for men, women, girls? Okay.
We got boys and girls.
Okay,
yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And we deal with older people too.
Okay.
Men and women.
All
you know, so we do a lot. You know,
Okay.
so it's awesome. I'm excited about it. My days of boxing are over. I'm a licensed official now. I'm a licensed referee and a coach, and you know, my thing is to give these guys and young women the opportunity that was afforded to me. Respect them, and always think about them first. As I say in my halfway house, the client comes first, the resident comes first. So in my gym, you know, my fighter comes first, and just think about them and how they are evolving, how they're maturing, and just begin to just look at them and grow with them. You know, I can see when something's wrong, see when it's just not right. You know, not put them in something they're not ready for. You know, so I don't know. It's just an excitement.
That's awesome.
I'm just grateful. It's an honor and a privilege, man, just to work with these guys and those that have. It's just an honor. It's just an honor. You know? I don't know.
That's awesome.
It's a blessing. You know, I think
you're just giving back
thank
to
God, man.
Right.
You
You're
know?
just giving back what you got.
You know, I don't want anything from it. You know, the $80, it goes to help me pay for the bill. It don't go in my pocket. You know, I just love doing what I do.
That's
you know?
awesome. Well, we appreciate you doing what you do and helping so many people. We thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. Make sure you go online and check out Second Chance Boxing Club. Make sure you send.
If you want to donate, I will say this. If you want to donate, I am a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
All right.
Which means your donations are
Tax
totally tax deductible.
All right.
And we need your support. If you want to sponsor a child, if you want to sponsor an adult, or if you just want to buy me some kerosene for my blower, you can get it at Walmart for $25 for 2.5 gallons. And it keeps us warm, don't it, guys?
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You all make sure get your ticket, your $10 tickets for the Second Chance Boxing Club Hub City Fight Night, Saturday, February 24th, 4 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. at the Jackson Fairgrounds here in Jackson, Tennessee. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Baskerville Funeral Home, R&R Custom Wheels and Tires Express, Mission Convalescent Home, Health and Rehab Center, and Morgan Tax Service. Also, be on the lookout on our Facebook page. We have been blessed with some tickets from Lamont Ingram, and we will be giving those away. So we'll keep you updated on how we'll be giving those away. So stay tuned. Let your friends know. And I hope that you all continue to be a blessing to your community. Let people know that you love them, that you care about them, and that you're there for them. And I hope you all have a very blessed week. God bless.